Tonight, 1 week of the NFL, what did we learn? The Patriots are still the Patriots, even without Brady. The Buccaneers, well, they're still the Buccaneers, even with Brady. The Cowboys have no offensive line. The Lions still suck. How did week 1 of the OTA Fantasy League go? We'll discuss the winners and the losers. The NFL and other major pro leagues have all embraced the social justice warrior message. After the fans boo at the home opener in Kansas City, the rest of the league plays without fans and pipes and crowd noise. Do we agree with this? Or is this taking things a little bit too far? The player to be named later is at the helm. The Sky Marshal, Leland Freeman, is here. Mad Mike, in the house. Nicky returns, along with Chuck Licata. Strap in, folks. We're going to have a good time. I'm Mike Allen. This is the Radio Man Cave. And you are now on the air.
The government needs to get out of the way.
Debates between Trump and Biden alone are not designed for the American people. They're designed to keep the Democrats and Republicans in power. They are fake debates.
If the right person was debating, they'd have a major impact on the election, because that was not a very inspiring group of people.
Let Jo Jorgensen into the debate. She's running on the libertarian ticket. She's got a completely different worldview than either of the men who are running. We need a proliferation of voices. We need to break the duopoly. So let her speak.
If Jo Jorgensen wasn't on the ballot, I wouldn't vote for Donald Trump or Joe Biden.
The two-party duopoly also controls the presidential stage, and they keep changing the rules every time a candidate gets close.
I've had a few people ask me, are you going to be able to keep Trump in line up there? My answer is I'm a teacher. I know how to handle problem children. We'll do just fine. Thank you very much.
If Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her.
The minute he closed that door, I was banged up against the wall.
Grab him by the when you're a star, they let you do it. Nobody respects women more than I do. Give me a break.
Focus on this man. Get your word straight, Jack.
He pointed his finger at me and he said, "You're nothing to me."
Why is it real for Dr. Ford, but not for Tara Reid?
You're a lying dog-faced pony soldier.
These voters say choosing between two parties just isn't enough.
Dr. Jorgensen.
Dr. Jo Jorgensen.
Jo Jorgensen.
Jo Jorgensen.
Dr. Jo Jorgensen.
Jo Jorgensen.
Dr. Jo Jorgensen.
Jo Jorgensen.
Jo Jorgensen.
Jo
Jorgensen.
Dr. Jo Jorgensen.
Dr. Jo Jorgensen. Dr. Jo Jorgensen wants to give voters back control.
This is your life. You can make your own decisions better than somebody out in Washington.
Trump, you don't have to worry about Biden. You're going to have to worry about Jo Jorgensen.
There are 40 million Americans who agree with us, and if we all vote for what we wanted, then we would get what we wanted. Once you see me on the stage, if you don't like what I have to say, then don't vote for me. But let's get me on the stage. I'm Jo Jorgensen, and I approve this message.
Because I have to turn it on. Now is it working? There, it's working. All right. Well, welcome to the show, everybody. As you can see, I'm in the driver's seat. Alex hasn't made it here yet. So Chuck Licata also called in, said he's not going to make it. So, yeah. But we're here, and we're going to have a good time. That was Jo Jorgensen. Jorgensen. I don't know why I can't talk. Jo Jorgensen is now on the ballot in all 50 of these United States and D.C. And I think that's pretty badass. So, yeah. But here today in the studio, we have the Sky Marshal Leland Freeman. Mad Mike is out getting some sort of paper to write on because Chuck didn't show up. So Chuck didn't show up with the list. Now he's got to do that and got to put all that down. And also Nick's back in the house, and it's just the four of us, and we're just gonna, we're just gonna do stuff. Now what are you missing? Nothing. Oh, hand him a mic. All right, so we got...
Sup, dorks?
With the Pit Vipers. Rocking the Pit Vipers.
The goddamn Pit Vipers.
The goddamn Pit Vipers. I wonder why I can't hear my mic.
Because you're not wearing Pit Vipers.
Am I...
We're having issues with the other day.
No? Oh, because my headphones were turned down. Yeah. That's why. And I don't know why my voice is tight all of a sudden, but it's...
It's because I walked in with my Pit Vipers. And
that's probably why.
You were eventually like...
My scrotum scrunched up into my torso.
Yeah, you see
those Pit Vipers.
How disgustingly bitchin' these are.
All right, so you have the results, right?
What results?
The results of the... Did you go onto the message?
No, I was...
That's your job. That's why you went to get all that stuff.
I went to go and grab for the future, not the post-future.
Chuck,
I don't do past stuff.
No, he put it in the OTA group.
Oh.
Yeah.
So go to the OTA group that you're in Facebook or have...
All right, let's do
Can't
that.
Chuck all that do it?
Have the Sky Marshal do it. Chuck put it all in the group. So now we have to transfer it from there to a piece of paper so we can read it here. I know.
I could just read it off.
I know, because or we could do that too.
We just read it off the group. I just read the kid in the middle.
So we can find out who had the best record from last week.
Nobody.
Why is there 18 unread messages? How does this make sense?
How long ago did he post it into the OTA?
I don't know. That's why. I don't know. Anyway, we'll do this week's. This week's we'll do it and write it down, and then
I'm doing stuff.
Next week we'll have the accumulation. Accumulation of last week, and then next week when Chuck's back, he'll have all that stuff together, hopefully. So.
Why doesn't Chuck just zoom in and tell us the list? And then
Hey, you know what? I don't know.
Chuck's a
Why don't
busy
you ask
guy.
Chuck?
I'm asking him.
Well, so you think?
But you assume he's watching.
So you think that after all this time, I didn't think of any of that?
Stupid. Ass.
Good Lord, man.
Dude.
No respect, man.
Conversation probation.
No
for
respect.
This is
None.
why I have the mic.
Yeah.
I mean, you can give him the mic, let him talk.
Yeah. Yeah, you're on conversation probation, Leland. I'm over here doing the Lord's work right now.
So over here getting the right stuff done.
Your
Yeah.
handwriting looks
By-
like scribbles into a child's desk.
Yeah, this is it's amazing.
It really does look like the third grade desk that you like.
Hey, as long as he can read it, I don't care. As
Oh.
long as he can read it, I at this point, I just don't care. Welcome everybody to the show. Chat is open if you'd like to chat and give us your picks for this week. We do have a slow, and this week I'll take into consideration that we do have a slow answer on our chat, and that's just to kind of keep that from getting flooded with ne'er-do-wells.
I really like that term, ne'er-do-wells.
I do. I like that in hooligans.
What about
I like that in hooligans.
I also like ruffians is a good one.
Ruffians?
Derelict. Like calling people derelicts.
Derelict.
Yeah, or miscreants.
Miscreants. Miscreants is a good one.
Yeah.
Miscreants is a good one.
Those dang miscreants.
Okay, so what do we got from last week?
I'm working on that currently.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. Well, You want?
well.
I'm on my picks right now, so I'm like working down the line here.
All right.
So-
all right. So keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, ask me in like a couple minutes as I transcribe this.
Me and the peanut gang here will have a discussion.
Sweet.
Pick fun at him.
Yeah.
So
I'll just
Thursday,
say stuff.
the Chiefs played against the Texans, and there was 15,000 people in attendance, or 20%, I think, of the stadium.
Uh-huh.
Now, like all the major sports groups, the NFL had their social justice display. Display? Is that
I guess
display?
that's
Social justice display?
I think I hear it now.
Oh, there he is.
Magic!
Yeah, we're cooking right now, man. You guys live right now? We're live right now, man.
Going live.
Huh?
So going live.
We are live.
Going live right now.
Hey, grab a chair.
We are live.
We are
He
live.
thinks we're joking.
Anyway, they had their big social justice brouhahas,
Okay. And then,
nods, tip of the hats. And during the Kansas City Chiefs Texans game, there was audible booing within the stadium.
I wonder why.
So Sunday, when the other teams were playing in these huge multi-million-dollar stadiums, the one that comes to mind off the top of my head is the Los Angeles Stadium, which is a beautiful venue. Holds 80,000, 70,000. It's big. It's a big stadium.
They did not have a very happy Sunday, though.
Huge stadium that the Rams and the Chargers share. That game I watched because it's the Cowboys game, and I like to see the Cowboys lose.
boo.
And I started watching the Cleveland game, the Cleveland-Baltimore game, until that became a train wreck.
Yep.
And then, of course, the Tampa Bay. I watched Tampa Bay and New Orleans. The Tom Brady, Drew Brees. One thing that all those games had in common, though, after the Thursday game,
Was that it was football.
and it was football, and it was enjoyable. I watched it because I'm a football fan.
Nerd.
Nobody was in the stands. I mean, nobody. There wasn't workers. There wasn't family workers. It was cleaned out. And in place of the fans, they had piped-in crowd noise. So there was somebody with a board, like I have here in the studio, that was sitting up in the press box.
That presses play.
And when the home team, and it was obvious that it was manufactured because it was the same sound over and over again. It was a loop. It was a loop. And the only way it was different is when something good happened, they would just turn up the volume. And it was the same thing louder. Did anybody else notice that? I mean, it was the most ridiculous thing.
It's like a 1960s laugh track.
Nah.
Yeah.
There's like four or five different crowd noises, and that's it.
So that made it kind of weird for me. Now, not that the Lions needed a crowd to watch them be the Detroit Lions, and before anybody starts talking shit
You're fucking trash.
about the Detroit Lions, understand that I've lived my entire life as a Lions fan.
I'm sorry.
So there's really nothing you can tell me or say to get under my skin because no shit.
Who is the least crappy team, the Lions or the Browns?
Well, see, here's the difference between the Lions and the Browns. I've been asked that question. Neither team has ever made it to a Super Bowl. However, the Browns have won more playoff games since the 1950s. The last time both these teams were relevant, by the way, is back between 1949 and 1957, where Detroit and Cleveland basically were the Patriots 49ers of the day. I mean, they traded back and forth.
It was before the AFL merger.
Oh, yeah, that was way before that. It was the NFL. so they're, two of the original NFL teams, Portsmouth Staleys, which became the Detroit Lions, and then the Cleveland Browns. And then after 1957, when the Detroit Lions won it for the last time, they have won only one playoff game. One.
And that was against the Houston Oilers.
No, it was against the Dallas Cowboys in 1994. It was the year of that 4-year stretch.
Oh, that must have gotten everyone's hopes
where
up.
Dallas didn't go. Yeah,
because that was Dallas.
We had the best offense in the league, and then we went and tanked in the divisional championship to the team that went and,
Yeah, they won the Super Bowl.
Won the Super Bowl. So, but anyway, there's really not anything you can say to me about the Detroit Lions. I'm still a proud fan, and this Sunday was the epitome. Oh, and then back to the question: who's worse, Cleveland or Detroit?
Detroit.
I'm going to say Detroit, and let me tell you why. Because when Cleveland's bad, they're bad. There's no expectation. They're just bad. They're not a good football team. They have no culture there. They have all that talent. Odell Beckham was playing Sunday. There's no motivation there. Baker's out there trying to win it on himself. He's getting frustrated. They've got no offensive line. Chubb fumbled the ball twice, and he's like their leading running. That's just a bad team. Then you have Detroit, who statistically whipped the shit out of Chicago and cruised into the fourth quarter 17 points ahead. And in the span of 5 minutes, lost the game. That's why they're the worst, because they hold it in front of you. They say, look, we're a good team. We're a good team. And then they do some boneheaded shit and lose the game in the final seconds. That's why.
You mean like the Saints?
That's the difference. No, the Saints, no. We're not talking, no. No, they don't. Don't talk to me about the Saints because the Saints have a great team.
No, it's because they went to a Super Bowl. Your Lions are terrible.
It doesn't matter. No. There's no comparison. There's no comparison.
Yeah, they still win games.
You can't see.
13-year-old kid who just found out how to have sex. He goes for like 2 minutes and it's done.
Yeah, but see.
Now, at least they go.
Now you can compare that to the Lions, who are like a seasoned porn star.
That don't know how
who
to
after
fish.
gets a big contract, goes through the entire scene, and then has the money shot too soon.
Nah, I wouldn't say that. They're just
or doesn't even have the money shot.
They're more like a dude just got hired to start porn, right? And then he just found out he's just impotent for the rest of his life, and his penis doesn't work.
Sports and Politics says they got the sounds off of NFL Films is where they got the soundtrack for the stands.
Ooh, wow.
Anyway, that was not good.
So what you're saying is they took it from the highlights of all the crappy games that they could ever see.
Yeah, pretty much.
I actually have an article that's going to drop in the Hayride this week, probably tomorrow. So if you're watching on the archive, it'll be September 15th. And basically, the way I view it is that sports should be viewed as an escapism. It should be preaching politics, whether you're for or against a subject, and that's why you're. Are you new to sports?
Are you new to sports? Are you new to American history?
American sports history.
Because just
sports.
60 years ago, it was very, very politically charged in sports.
Yeah, nobody watched sports 60 years ago.
And
it's the kind of, and here's the thing. Here's the argument I make. Michael Jordan in the documentary, The Last Dance, which documented the 1998 season of the Chicago Bulls. It's actually, if you haven't canceled Netflix yet because of cuties, you should go watch it, then cancel Netflix. But anyway, in one of the middle episodes, they went to Jordan. They said, "Why aren't you getting into this Carolina Senate race and back the guy that's running against Jesse Helms?" And his response was, "Republicans buy sneakers too." He did not want to alienate.
Yeah, that's one guy. That's one guy. Do you remember the 1976 Olympics in Mexico City?
I was not alive in 1976.
I remember it.
Russian hockey game.
How about the United States not going to Russia to be in the Olympics?
Yeah, nobody watched that Olympics.
How about the United States not even going for political reasons? How about that? How about the Russians not coming to our Olympics in 1984 for the same reason?
Well, good. They were a bunch of damn communists.
Politics and sports have been hand in hand. I mean, Muhammad Ali changes his name, doesn't sign up for the draft. I mean, look. This is the deal. It's everybody wants everything to conform to them outside of their realm of influence. And what people don't understand is it's not our job to control that. I watch NFL football because I like the game of football. I could care less about what they do beforehand. As a veteran and an ex-police officer, I don't give a damn what they do during the national anthem.
But when they start talking politics during the commentary instead of what's going on in the field.
So what? It's a volume issue. That's a volume issue, and that's a 6 inches between your ears issue. Because I choose not to pay attention to that. And when I posted the thing, perfect example, cuties.
You chose to watch it.
I chose to watch it because I wanted to be informed about what I was doing, not having a knee-jerk reaction off of Facebook posts from right-wing conservative bloggers or whatever the hell.
Argumentatively, the worst thing to come from the French since World War II.
Now, I would.
There's a lot of things that came.
I wouldn't say that.
Came from.
However,
there's a lot of bad things that came from France. But this ranks up there.
However, when I posted what I posted as a public person to give my opinion about it, it's not my expectation then to have everybody else follow along, or else I'm not going to be friends with them anymore. Or there's no absolute. There's never been an absolute in what I do. I don't say, if you don't cancel your Netflix, you're a pedophile. Because people may not think the way I think, or may not even care that it's on there.
Only the Sith deal in absolutes.
Exactly.
And that's actually the argument that's actually the argument I make in the article.
So when I'm sitting in front of my TV set watching football, and they're making political commentary about it, that's the 6 inches between my head I can control. I can't control them, nor do I want to, either by legislation or anything else. My control is in my hand. I can
you can switch the channel.
I can either turn it off.
Ratings go down the toilet, and they lose.
Or you can control your 2 inches.
Or I can watch it and enjoy it, and not have anything to do with what's going on with the commentary. Now I have been very vocal about this on this show. I think, and matter of fact, it hit me the other day, and I was going to write a blog about it, but we'll talk about it today. Yeah, on my page on Facebook.
He posts all the time. Where have you been?
If the Black Lives Matter movement and everybody who's out there marching and protesting, you're targeting the wrong people. It's not the police officers. The police officers are the end result of legislation by the lawmakers. Because not one time in any of this have the lawmakers who are bending over backwards to pander to all these people ever came out and said, you know what, we're right. Instead of just a DA's office at the government level, we need to also have a public defender's office paid for by the taxpayers' money, because everybody has the right to representation. It can't be slug nuts off the street that's going to go in and go to you and say, well, you can either do 2 months on this deal I worked up for you, or you could go to trial, and I'm not going to give a shit, and you're going to get 6 years. And that's going to fill that privatized prison, because the privatized prison's saying, I got 90 beds here, and you need to fill them, politician. That's what needs to be fixed. The cop on the street, we can fire all the cops you want. It's not going to fix anything. It needs to be fixed at the next level. It needs to get fixed on the level that's not putting lower income people, which happen to be more minority, into jail. That's where it needs to be fixed. But outside of that, I could care less if Joe Buck cries on camera about the BLM movement, because it's not sincere, it's pandering, and I don't care. Play the game. I just don't care.
All right.
I mean, Colin successfully fucked his whole career, though.
It doesn't matter to me. I don't care.
25 minutes
to you he did, but not to everybody.
Oh no, he had an option. option. Did you not hear? He had an option to come back to the NFL.
He also isn't that good of a football player.
No, he's not. He really
no.
isn't.
No, I was talking about the guy.
Talking about Joe Buck, not Kaepernick.
Joe Buck, yeah.
Yeah, no. I was like,
Oh no, Cap did what Cap did. Cap did what Cap did. I personally, I don't care. Plays, doesn't play. I don't care. That's him.
He's the main commentator.
Anyway,
go ahead.
I have
Go
the
ahead, Mike.
I have.
Oh,
the
we have the
results.
results. Let's go to Mike. We have the results.
All right, I'm gonna tell, and I'm gonna preface this with, not only is your fantasy team terrible, but so are your picks.
It went straight down the toilet. Worse
All
than
of
the
you,
Browns.
except for Okie and Randy, you need to work on your picks. Okay. Terrible. And myself included, because my picks were great.
Wait, Chuck's picks sucked?
Yeah, Chuck was off. 2 games.
Chuck was off.
Chuck was off, dude.
Mr.
Telling ya.
Iceman himself was off.
Yeah.
Holy cow! So okay, so go worst to first.
All right, worst to first.
Look at that beautiful beard.
I got to take my glasses off so I could read better.
Got to take off the vipers.
I can't read no how. All right, worst, I guess, would technically be you, Mike, with 3 wrong. You picked Kansas City, Detroit, Atlanta, Tampa Bay, and then Pittsburgh, right? Second worst would be pretty much everybody else, which would be Chuck, Nikki, Patty.
So hold on, I did the worst out of everybody.
Yes. Terrible.
Because you made that one.
Terrible.
That just went. Yeah.
Yeah, and they picked Detroit or Atlanta, and they picked the wrong bird team. But then
I am Detroit.
Yeah, even Chuck missed too.
How did I miss?
I don't see your info on here, so I don't know. Whatever. I didn't see it. I did not see it. So, but yeah, no. And then, if you pick these winning teams of Kansas City, Chirac, Seattle, Nolans, and Pittsburgh, you were definitely on top. So,
Chirac?
Chirac. You never heard
The Saints.
Chicago called that?
Yeah, it is called Chirac.
Chicagistan?
Yeah, I mean,
They do call it Chirac.
Chicago. I would not be surprised in the next couple of years that their school buses will be MRAPs.
Well, actually, Port Ganistan would probably be better.
No.
Port Ganistan.
Port Ganistan?
Portland.
How?
Port Ganistan.
Nah, because they're not killing each other. Yeah, if anything,
Yeah, because they got the Agent Orange coming in.
no, it wouldn't even be that. It would be more just like a popium den because
Port
they just
Ghazi?
really like.
How about Port
Yeah, it'd
Ghazi?
be a popium den because
Port
they just
Juan.
really like heroin in Portland.
The thing about
Morocco-
Port Juan,
Port
you never know what
Rocco.
you're gonna get. Port Juan.
Mike, can you do me a massive favor?
What's that?
My water bottle fell behind your chair, and I'm not gonna go into the fart
So
zone.
you want me to get up off camera
He doesn't
while we're
wanna
on
go into the
air,
stink zone.
Well, I don't want you to fart on me.
walk over there?
No, it's literally right.
Oh, behind me here.
Yeah, in
Right
the
there.
fart zone.
I thought it was behind yours. Oh, my fart zone.
Yeah.
Your fart zone.
So
Yeah.
you say stinky farts? What are we doing here?
Well, I mean, I just don't want to get farted on. So, to everybody else out there, your picks are terrible, other than Randy, myself, and Oki. So, I think we're also so far winning on the thing too.
Damn.
You guys should learn more about football.
Yeah, we should.
Number 3 on the projections.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
he
you
did
know-
good. He did good. And the fantasy league where I let it auto draft, I kicked the guy's ass, and my rating was like an A-.
So-
and this one I actually picked on ours, and it was one of the worst picks in there.
So what we're saying is the projections were completely correct.
Oh yeah.
At least mine, yeah.
I don't know. When I don't understand fantasy football really. I don't, and I don't really spend. But I do it for fun. But,
It's a numbers game.
and
okay?
that's it. And I'm never gonna win. So
Were you good at statistics?
no, I wasn't.
Well, then there's your problem.
I can look up statistics,
But you can't do them?
but I can't.
Yeah, statistics. This is basically a game
For
of statistics.
those curious how
Nerds.
we did this week in the league, even though the last game with the Tennessee game is still playing, we'll just read it off right now.
Do they have it up yet?
Yes, I'm bringing off the score right now.
Yeah,
So,
I think there's still some.
Iceman Chuck Licata beat me 120.4 to
You have to say the
91.44.
team names so that everybody can know.
Yeah, you have to say the team names.
Okay.
Yeah. Read it by
So
team
the Big
names.
Tech Sky Marshal lost to Iceman, 120.5 to 91.44.
Tell me more.
Do you know what we need in here? We need swag. We need shit on the walls. We need stuff.
I have cool.
Wilco Tropical barely edged out Team Brown.
I will.
I mean, not actual shit.
119.2.
Huh?
Winnie Wood, Tiger King, slaughtered Cedar Park, Make It Happen, 158.14 to 111.6.
How did Randy Fry do?
Desire to know more
Let's see.
intensifies.
Clinton County Cash beat the Round Rock Scullies, 111.9 to 85.36.
Correct.
And
is that you?
And Mike's I'm a Lion around absolutely got demolished by the Hutto Grim
Demolished.
Reapers. 146.1 to 62.56.
Wasn't even fun.
And
wasn't even a fun game.
Patty lost to
What's Patty's team name?
Are You Kidding Me Meow to Microcropus Ennis. Is that what yours? How you pronounce yours?
Micropenis. I mean Micropenis.
Micropenis. You beat Patty by 128.58 to 104.03.
Yeah.
All right. Enough of the shenanigans.
That wasn't shenanigans. That was me flexing on how awesome I am at this.
We
Which
are
I
gonna-
will promptly lose interest in another week.
I mean,
Probably.
Russell's beard feels so gallantly.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to get next week's picks, plus talk a little bit more. If you'd like to be a part of the conversation, hit us up in the comments, and we'll be right back. I'm Mike Allen. This is the Radio Man Cave, and you are
Yeah.
Well, aren't the wildfires taking care of that?
No. Why would they be waterfowl live in the woods?
That is a very serious question.
That is a serious question.
For somebody who flies an airplane who should know about birds.
Yeah, to avoid them.
Yeah, because what's
responsible for more airplane crashes?
I know. Sully.
Yeah.
That wasn't geese.
I thought that was geese. I thought it
No.
was Canadian geese.
Sorry about that, guys. I didn't hit the right button, so we were talking in silence here for a little bit. But thanks for Big Jack Me Off. What's that name? We all know who that
People's last names could have a last name.
could be, but we know who that is.
Mm-hmm.
The Strato secrecy. But anyway.
Okay.
Where's my
Or are we on something else now?
No,
Where are my
go
answers?
back to where he's looking for answers about Trump.
Between bump stocks and geese.
Bump stocks and geese.
That was the dumbest band in history. I
You
filed
claim
a March bump
that
stock.
Trump eating well-done steak with ketchup is the only thing you disagree with now.
Yeah.
Just so we can get caught up here.
Just so we can get caught up.
And I said, really? Really? Is
I
that true?
personally don't own any bump stocks,
Nope.
and honestly, this could create a case.
Okay,
for us to
so
roll back the
it's an easy question.
Yes.
Okay. Eating well done steaks, is that the only thing about President Donald Trump that you don't agree with? You agree with
Off
everything
the top
else?
Of my head, yes. I have to do
Okay.
research.
So what
Off the
about
top of
bump
my
stocks?
head,
So when he banned bump stocks for no other reason than to appease the whoever,
Democrats.
I don't own any bump stocks.
it doesn't matter if you do. I'm
What it-
saying as a
what it's
as a
what it's
president
going
of
to do-
everybody,
what it's going to do.
what's it going to do? It's going to save a lot of ammo. I have to admit that.
Well, it's going to create a precedent that's actually going to eventually reopen the machine gun registry, which is going to
Wow! He had 2 years with the Republican-controlled House and Senate.
God, that's in the books.
Banned. Banned.
You know, so is this that 4D chess that I'm so
Yes.
like, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, so let's set a precedent to use executive orders. All right, so here's your argument. Let's set a precedent to
It wasn't even executive order.
use executive orders or executive action.
It wasn't even executive action, it was a regulatory change, which goes against...
So let's set a precedent so that the executive branch
he signed
can make
an executive order for the administrative change.
can use executive
Okay.
powers
Yeah.
to infringe on our Second Amendment rights.
Yeah.
Amendment rights, sorry. So that he can go back and set a precedent to legalize machine guns, which will never happen because there's too many buds in the NRA that would lose like
Millions of dollars.
thousands
So
of
you
dollars.
just admitted that gun owners are part of the problem why we don't have legal machine
No.
guns.
The NRA is part of the problem because the NRA does nothing but jack off gun owners that are stupid enough to support them.
Yes, that is true. That is true.
What I'm saying is that your argument is that Donald Trump is going to use executive action, executive order, executive power. Let's agree with that, right? To infringe on our Second Amendment rights.
And
so that
it's
he can go back.
Yeah.
Which hasn't even been discussed by him as a promise or anything like that, to my knowledge.
To anybody's knowledge.
To repeal the National Firearms Act of 1986.
He could, if he has the power to infringe, he also has the power to.
No, it was 86 is when it was
He
technically
could have
like
just
written.
used an executive order to repeal or amend the NFA, but he didn't. He infringed on our Second Amendment rights.
You got to talk closer to the mic so it's louder
So this
for
whole
people to
4D
hear you.
chess thing
There you go.
is, like it's not. It's fruitless. Like there's no. It's baseless.
Yeah.
So I mean I get it.
He
That's
also-
a boy, and you're gonna say whatever, but this is where I stand. This is where I sit, and how I see it, because it's probably the most logical point.
You made so many people felons overnight.
Overnight, with the swift of
Overnight.
Like
For a piece of plastic.
You can't. I mean, go for it, but
Yeah.
Yeah, and Slyfire went out of business, so they put a bunch of people out of work too.
Yeah.
But
So then we've added to your list. Did you agree with that? Not do you own a bump stock? Not a lot of people do. The question was, The question was burnt steak and bump stocks now?
Burnt steak, bump stocks. That was the fucking line, man.
This is the new line.
That's the fucking line, asshole.
Now,
Oh my God.
are the
Thought he yelled loud.
are the was it the TACCOM triggers and the Echo triggers? Are those things banned?
Okay,
or are
okay,
those
this
still legal?
no, hold the mic to your.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, binary triggers are still not banned, but bump stocks are. But
So Franklin
He
Army
did repeal the
shit about that.
1985 repeal for the transgenders for the law.
Hey, okay,
It
hold
is
on,
now
hold on.
legally able
We have
to
one of our
discriminate.
friends, Mr. Mehoff, also said that Trump is a draft dodger. That doesn't bother you?
with his bone
That
spurs.
that he got out of military service?
But you would have went in as an officer.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Bitch, I had ADHD and a broken T4
Okay.
vertebrae. I still
You don't
went
have
in.
to yell when the mic is to your mouth.
Okay, yeah, yell
There you
at
go.
this distance.
There you go.
This distance, okay. Bitch,
See,
I went in
because
with
that
I
mic
fe-
is just,
We got to get
better.
better.
See,
We got to
I
get
still
these
served
two
4
guys
years.
their own mics because between him screaming and yelling and him screaming
Just
and
lower
yelling,
that mic down too. I mean,
No, see, I'm just holding it like.
how about that?
He turned me
I
all
don't
the
know
way
if this
off.
mic works all that well.
He turned me all the way.
No, it's this one over here that doesn't.
yeah, it's that one. It's the Davis mic.
Well, I hear that.
No, it's this one.
No, see this.
But it's showing up online,
Away
so
from my
we're
face
pegging out.
really fast, 'cause if I keep it really close, and your ears start to bleed.
Well, you can hold it really close. Just don't scream into it when you're holding it really close. I don't care what the reason is. Don't do it.
I'm just getting hard like you, Mike.
Well,
I mean, we're
Actually,
working. We're
here-
working down. The, hold on.
but I turned the question around back at you, Mike.
I don't like Donald Trump. I didn't vote
Right,
for him.
right. But I turned the question back at you because
Okay.
because you served in the military.
Yes.
Would you want to serve with troops that every single one of them wanted to be there and volunteered, or would you want to have some of the people be there because they had to be there and they're not pulling their weight and they're actually a detriment to whatever you guys were doing?
Okay.
Because I'm not even going to pretend to know military
All right.
tactics or
All
verbiage or
right.
anything.
Hold
like
on.
that.
Nobody wants to be.
Hold on. First of all, a true soldier doesn't want to be there at all.
A true American would fight for his country.
We're there because we volunteered to be there or drafted for our country. But once you're there, all this shit doesn't matter. None of this matters. The only thing that matters is the guy next to me on my right and my left. And they know that the only way they have a chance to get home is to trust me. And I have to trust them. That's why the soldiers that went to Vietnam, near the end of Vietnam, were openly revolting against their officers because all of them were like, we're not walking down there because this is stupid. That's an unknown story about Vietnam. Near the end,
Was it 73 or 75?
between 1970 and 1974, when we finally pulled out of there, or 1975, when we were gone, except for the Marine detachment at our embassy, the troop drawdown was more because the troops stopped fighting. They saw no purpose to it. Their friends were dying, and there was no reason. They weren't holding anything. They weren't doing anything. This wasn't like World War II where we were trying to gain ground to depose a dictator or stop an aggressive country.
Or genocide.
This was basically what Vietnam was this. If you put it this way, World War II created the military-industrial complex.
Yeah,
After World War II, after World War II, and the economy was booming, it was booming because of the war. And then the companies were like, hey, if we get in another war, we could get all that sweet government money to convert our stuff over to wartime stuff. And so what happened?
And consequently, the French sucked and let commies take root in their country, and they're like,
well, the fact.
Now, hold on. We're not to Vietnam. We're not to
Korea. We first said Korea.
Hold on. We're not to Vietnam yet.
We're at Korea.
We're not to Vietnam yet. So hold your jokes about France. Just bottle them all up. We'll be there in a minute. The very next thing that came along was North Korea and South Korea, where we specifically did not arm the South Koreans for fear that the South Korean president, Syngman Rhee, would attack the North to make the peninsula one peninsula. So we had there was no standing army other than us as advisors. So North Korea rolled over us. And then Korea reinforced the military-industrial complex because now the companies are like, God damn. Not only are we getting all this money, we're making up cool shit.
See,
and we're getting money to go to the moon. We're getting money to make new transistors and all this stuff here is all because of military funding.
We got
everything I'm using right
scientists.
now. Everything, and the sweet scientists from the Nazis and the
Japanese.
We had all that stuff. So when Vietnam came along, the United States was looking for a reason, and then the propaganda started pushing what? McCarthyism.
Yeah.
The communists. The communists are going to come take over our country. They're going to make us all communist. They're going to, if we get a communist.
I mean, that was true, though.
That was true, though.
If we get.
that was the thing that was happening.
No, it really wasn't. But listen to the words. Listen to the words. I'm gonna sidetrack here for a second. Everybody's going to turn communist. The communists are going to take over. The United States is going to become communist. Flash forward to 2006. President Obama gets elected. We're going to be under Sharia law. It's going to be the Muslims. We got to hate Muslims now, especially after 9/11. It's the Muslims. We're all going to be Muslim. Propaganda never changes. The propaganda never changes. Only the names and the method, and it's all to divide us. And guess what we've done now? 15 years in Iraq and Afghanistan. The military-industrial...
Longest war that we've been in all time.
Ever.
The what?
And the military-industrial complex
Mike,
is
you have it on me the whole time.
booming.
You have it on me the whole time.
Because I was talking, not doing camera stuff. Maybe he could do camera stuff.
I'm sitting right here.
I know, so do camera stuff.
So let me propose what could have fixed the military-industrial complex, okay? The wild thought. All we had to do was listen to Douglas MacArthur. He had a solution. I'm tired of fighting this war shit with Asian people. Rice cook their asses. He's like, we drop one nuke on North Korea. Problem solved.
But
was he wrong? No. He was like, I think war is bad. War is muy malo. We have a whole bunch of Jewish scientists who made fucking A-bombs.
But did it?
Let's
Cheney
do
say the
this
same
shit.
thing in 2001?
But see, that's not the goal. That's not the goal.
Yeah,
Cheney said
and
the
that's
same
what
thing.
happens. If we would have listened to Douglas MacArthur and nuked all of our problems away, we wouldn't have any problems right now.
Here's the irony: you have the Jewish scientists that made made the bombs,
yeah,
and you
that's-
have the Nazi rocket scientists that made the rockets.
The whole point of the Korean War and the Vietnam War and the wars we're in now is not to win. It's
Yeah.
to make money for the military-industrial complex.
Basically, and it all started with not listening to McCarthy.
That wouldn't have solved it. How about this? How about this? How about not giving a shit and letting other countries determine for themselves their own course and not try to step in and make their course for them? You know
the
that.
Soviet Union fell in '91, so I mean.
Yeah, I mean, kind of we kind of won that, but now we're facing China.
They officially disbanded in '93.
Oh, that's true.
Well, that's actually
Randy
what Trump
Fry
still-
says disallowing bump stocks doesn't affect your fundamental right to bear arms. That is true, Randy. But you know, it's just a bump stock. You know.
And then next is just a magazine.
Why do you need a 20-round magazine? You can do it with 10. Well, you know what? You don't even need 10. How about 5? Oh,
Yeah.
you know that. You know
That's
what? You know what?
different.
You know what? That rifle looks too much like a military rifle. So why don't we just have the regular looking rifles? Because we don't want the military looking rifles. See how that goes? It just keeps going.
You give them an inch and they take a mile.
I kind of like Dr. Joe's thing. You know, Americans should have access to everything that the military has.
I want my own Davy Crockett's, goddammit.
I want a frickin' blunderbuss.
A Davy Crockett?
I want a
Was it
blunderbuss.
nuclear
not a Davy
howitzer?
Crockett.
Oh, a nuclear howitzer?
Yeah.
See, but aren't nukes under the Department of Energy?
Yeah.
So, yeah, if it's
Yeah.
not under the Department of
Hey,
Energy, we couldn't have
Amanda
recreational
Howitzer that could shoot a nuke. I was on the nuke team.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. Do you know how
pretty
cool that'd
cool.
be? Recreational nukes, like.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Uranium,
Considering that the only
plutonium.
thing depleted uranium would probably be used for is energy shit.
Now we've been picking on you, but old Jack, you said you had no answer.
Yeah, what's your? Oh yeah, man.
Oh,
Keep
and
getting off with our.
he called
with
you.
our,
He called you Uncle Fester. We're not going to call you. I just thought it was kind of funny.
So
That guy over there looks more like Uncle Fester than me.
That is true.
More like
That
Uncle
is true.
Fester.
He has melanin, all right. He can't be us. Uncle Fester doesn't have any melanin. Look, he has melanin.
How do you know?
Watch
Uncle
that.
Fester's completely covered.
Hey,
with hair.
okay, I'm sorry. It's Uncle Festiva.
See.
Don't.
Festival.
All of a sudden, West Coast Dan calls in.
Yeah.
It's like, does Cosquela need a friend? Okay, so what is the question that you want me to answer?
Okay. No. We started with burnt steaks. We got the bump stocks. You've agreed with the bump stocks. Now, how about the wall? When he said that Mexico would pay for it, and he was going to ruin the environment and go in and forcibly take private property from citizens to build this wall that would prevent
He's
livestock.
building the
and
wall, and through tariffs,
300
that's
miles?
more than nothing. I know. Granted, the wall.
Oh, no, it's not even 300 miles. I think it's like 3 miles. Somebody look it up.
Google check this.
Google it. Somebody Google it.
Google. You have your phone.
Yeah, I mean.
Rome wasn't built in a day, and the border's what 1,700 miles.
No, but it fell in like a week. Yeah.
It's always easy.
Rome made the road structure to modern society.
There you go,
Like-
yelling again into the mic. There you go.
He's
Because I
our-
can't be
he's-
doing
he's
this
our
the
new
whole
Rome
time.
He takes
He
the
can
spot
do
of Crazy
this.
Joe.
No,
Now, Mike.
no, I don't
Mike,
think it's a joke.
am I?
Rome
Am
made the
I?
roadway to modern society. You're talking about literally what, 1,800 miles?
We keep getting what's it called? We keep getting
Sidetracked.
Now, am
Leland keeps getting off without being, not answering his question.
I'm trying to answer the question. You guys keep interrupting me.
Can we keep finding holes in your
And I'm
excuses?
trying to keep it at a realistic volume. So
Hold
that
on,
Mike
let him
doesn't have to
finish.
push
Let him
the mute
finish.
button on my mic. How am I doing, Mike? By the way, how am I doing?
You're doing fine. Now
This
I got
guy
to
is
worry
the
about
Crazy
this
Joe
psychotic
Bardini.
guy over here. Good
It's the
Lord.
government. The fact that 300 miles has been built is 300 miles more than would have been built without him. Now, granted that more of it needs to be built, yes, but when he's dealing with Congress accusing him of everything under the sun, and then when they get caught with their hand in the cookie jar, they destroy all the evidence, like with the 27 phones with the Mueller investigation.
Hashtag Epstein didn't kill himself.
And Epstein did not kill himself. Damn right Epstein didn't kill himself. I think we can all agree Epstein did not kill himself. And the fact that the salon that Pelosi
Okay,
showed up
there
on
you go.
his
Hold on, hold on,
surveillance
hold on,
cameras,
hold on.
Then Epstein's cell? Come on.
Hold on, hold
Hey-
on.
hey, can you
hold
hand-
on?
can
hold
you hand
on.
the mic to
What
Alex
about
real
the
quick?
300 miles?
Hey,
it's because,
hold
it's because
on.
I think he's been fighting tooth and
Hold
nail.
on, hold on. You're deflecting more than LeBron in the NBA championship.
I should get
He deflected more than the
$154
O.J.
million
Simpson
then.
trial.
You're gonna get a triple double with all the deflection.
Yeah. There was so much deflection there that, like, I couldn't even see what was going on. It turned into a flash.
But the Saints won.
Yeah, finally.
Why are you even bitching? Oh, they're like the Saints. The Lions blew a 17-point lead and lost. How can you compare that to the
He's trying
Saints?
to be nice.
Who won?
Lose when I pick my pick.
Or the Cowboys blowing a comeback from behind with that offensive pass.
Hey,
interference.
answer the question.
Okay, what? Okay, which one?
I don't know now. Shit, this guy keeps going psycho on us over here.
Yeah. So answer the question about the Beanland problems.
What the fuck? Are you?
The Beanland Wall.
Beanland Wall. For everybody, he's from Panama, so not racist.
Kinda say that.
So not racist.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's racist, but it's.
It's racist, but he's from
It's-
Panama.
it's-
Yeah, like it's cool.
It's like borderline okay racism.
Yeah, basically. Like Hispanics make
Well,
fun
the
of other
fact
Hispanics.
is that Pelosi keeps basically cock blocking him with the funding. So he has to come up with creative ways of getting the funding. But the fact he's gotten 300 miles built, which is 300 now. Granted, there needs to be 17,000 miles. How long is the southern border?
How much should he get built?
It's like 17,000 miles.
Is somebody looking that up or no?
He actually built though. That's what you're looking
Damn it! I have to do everything myself.
So yeah, how many miles of border is there? And then how many miles of wall?
I tell you what, while we're looking that up, we're going to take a break and come back. And when we do...
Okay, Wikipedia says 93 miles.
93 whole miles.
So that's from December of last year.
93.
Well, that's from December of last year.
But 93.
I don't agree with the border wall, so this question really isn't. I'm doing another one.
Okay,
I got it.
Washington Post says 500
Away
miles.
from doing picks to picking on.
I mean, I would like a border wall, but I feel that we should be fair. Have one against Canada too.
Yeah.
Fuck Canada.
But that also keeps the draft dodgers in.
Yeah, they can keep their geese.
Yeah, I think it's fair. You know, like if you have a border wall completely around both your countries, you're like, fuck our neighbors.
But what did that fuck off Alaska? Because Alaska's got it out there in its own.
What? Alaska? They'll figure it out. Yeah, they'll figure it out. Yeah, who gives a shit?
They're a bunch of crazy
They're like going down
rednecks.
here anyway. Basically.
Well, the question is, would anyone from Canada and Mexico even want to come into this country with both borders basically being on fire?
Yes.
We're not even talking to the mics. Like, you know, we're at a commercial.
No, we're not. yet.
No, we're not yet. I was setting it up.
Poor Mikey.
Oh well, whatever.
Good Lord.
I think, like I said,
No, you're not going to say. I just turned your mic off. We'll be right back. I'm Mike Allen. This is the Radio Man Cave, and you're on the air.
Then I accept your nomination.
Being president is a serious job. It's not hosting a talk show.
All right, welcome back. We're going to get our NFL picks done. So if you have the NFL schedule up for next week, make sure you get it up. And where'd he go? Oh, jeez. Okay.
So, yeah. Wait.
all right.
Now we're not.
I'm here.
We're not
yeah,
muted.
No, we should have a border wall for both countries. Okay, that's fair. Why are we going to only border wall Mexico? You know, border wall Canada.
Yeah, we should.
You
be
know
like
what? If we're going to
Switzerland.
do that too, seawall. Tired of this bullshit ocean. You know what?
Radar agrees.
We are
with you.
going to deport sea lions because they're the fucking worst. Keep the marine wildlife out of our American
So
waters.
sea lions and geese.
Geese. Yeah. I'm trying to think of other things I don't want in America.
Dallas Stars won in the Stanley Cup Finals.
Oh,
Oh wait, so the Stanley Cup champions?
So are they the champions, Randy? Because we don't really watch hockey.
Well, yeah.
Randy says he gets the slippery slope, but bump stocks were just an illegal way to make a semi-automatic rifle into an automatic rifle. I would never own one because I don't have that much money to buy that much ammunition. However, I think they'd be pretty fun to shoot.
Yeah, they were pretty
They
cool.
were fun to shoot with us, other people's ammunition.
I mean,
I'd have to buy.
You can still bump fire super easily. So
You didn't hear what I said. I don't want to buy all that ammo. I would rather just hit what I'm shooting at the first couple of times.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do have a good point. If they wanted to have us basically go through our entire stockpiles, they would make machine guns fully legal, and everyone would burn through their stockpiles probably about half an hour.
Maybe you would.
Yeah, I don't know.
With that attitude.
I would just go and reload and be like, all right.
All right, here we go. Are you going to write these down since Chuck abandoned us? Chuck Licata.
Oh, Leland, you got off easy this week.
Wait, what time is it? Hold on. I thought.
And you're leaving me hanging, so no, I didn't.
Are we? Wait,
It's 10 o'clock.
I thought we were going back to make fun of Trumpo hour.
Well, let's do our picks first, and then we'll do that. We're doing picks. Where are you going?
I need to deflection back to hating Trump. Yeah.
First game on the that we're going to pick.
Well, we got to wait for
Nick
to get back.
Yeah. So
now we do it out of love. We do it out of love because we want you to get off the Republican nipple and think for yourself and expand your mind.
To the show wearing my MAGA hats. So there you go.
You can if you want to. That's. We're not gonna. In the MAGA hat's another thing. If you guys are out there attacking people wearing a MAGA hat,
you're retarded.
You're retarded. Just leave them alone.
MAGA hat wearing people. If you're also attacking people, you're also retarded.
Yes.
Matter
of fact, if you're so freaking stupid that you're attacking somebody else over an ideology, you're an idiot.
You're retarded.
That's like 99.9% of all human history.
Basically. Yeah. Okay. Unless you're attacking pedophiles. Okay? That's okay.
Yeah.
That's the only
those
ideology
guys.
that's okay to discriminate against is pedophilia.
You want me to blow everybody's mind? Pedophiles and actual Nazis, not cosplay Nazis that we have today.
Pedophiles versus Nazis? Pedophiles. All day.
We have actual Nazis.
Yeah.
Not in office, but we have actual Nazis.
No, we have cosplay.
Neo-Nazis.
They're not National Socialists from Germany.
Trump? Who's that?
I mean, they're neo-Nazis.
They have adopted the symbolism and they have adopted the uniforms.
There's literally militant National Socialists that want a white ethno state.
Yeah.
That are actually like
and they're
socialists.
Yeah.
So they're living as socialists. They're living as socialists.
Nationalist socialists.
They're living on a piece of property where they all combine
Not
all
right
of their
now.
income together.
They want or they have in the past.
Yeah, a lot of them have. Yeah, they'll
from each according to his ability, to each according to his need.
So you're saying
Yeah,
because
it's a compound.
we don't live, they don't
Proud
live
boys.
in a communist or socialist, because that was Marx. That was
Yeah.
Marxism, not socialism.
Yeah.
Because people don't live in those societies that they're not actually Marxist, that they're not actually socialist.
If you don't
I
live,
live in a Christian nation, and I'm not a Christian, am I actually a Christian because I live in a Christian nation?
okay, let me unpack that what you just said.
Well, I'm just asking because you
I'm
said that
gonna
they don't
unpack.
exist and that they're
I'm
cosplaying
let
because they live in our society.
me unpack what you just said.
We live in a society. I was just waiting to say that.
First of all, you can't live in a Christian nation because we are not. Okay. All right, we get it. It's funny. We do not live in a Christian nation. That is a label. That does not make the nation a Christian nation. Our First Amendment takes care of that. You can be anything you want and live in the United States and practice freely as long as you don't, like sacrifice kids and do stupid shit. The Nazis, the communists, the Marxists, Antifa, the fascists, they're all labels. If you live in a in a constitutional republic, capitalistic system, and you live every day under that system, you can say you're whatever you want. But unless you live that ideology and all its tenets, you are not one. I have this conversation with communists on your favorite app, TikTok. This guy says, well, I'm a communist. I said, well, you have a smartphone. You have a job. You pay taxes to a federal government in the United States of America. You are not a communist. Now, if you want to get...
Do communists not believe in taxation?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not.
You said that they pay taxes to a government.
To a federal government in a capitalistic system.
Right.
Okay, we're not a communist system. We're getting there.
Or capitalist.
We're not entirely capitalist.
and we're not even. And we're not even.
So it's a mixed economy.
It's an economy with a bloated government. It's a capitalist economy with a trained worker class. Does that make sense? But it's still capitalist. The government doesn't own anything, but the politicians are owned by the companies. That's why we need an asteroid. Hit right in the middle of Europe. I think it'd be a good place for that sucker to land. Just enough to throw everything off. But anyway, so when I say there's no real Nazis, these people have adopted the trappings in the name to invoke fear, to get an emotional response out of those that they're trying to oppress or be against or whatever, to have a white nationalist or a white ethno state.
Proud Boys.
And in the United States, they are free to do that. You can go buy a bunch of land and get all your buddies and go build houses and put a gate up as a private area and have nothing but whites in there, or nothing but blacks, or nothing but Asians, and segregate yourself. And you are free to do that in this country. You can do that. But until in that little area, everybody's money goes into a central banking account, all the food goes to a central area, and everybody gets doled out food equally, from whom, according to their ability, to those.
Right. Again, that's Marxism. Not
I just sounded like Biden there for a minute. Well, I was talking about communism in this point. Until all that's collective, you are living in a capitalist. You can say communist and put the red hat on and well, we love Lenin and all this other stuff, and then try to get everybody else to see your way on your $1,000 iPhone that you bought from the iPhone store.
Now, Jim Jones actually did that. Do you think he was actually a true communist?
Yes, he was. He was absolute communist. That is exactly the communist system that. Well, if he hadn't have blown everybody away.
Is this working?
That's working now. Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, what about the Branch Davidians? Were they considered communists too?
No, the Branch Davidians were just kind of weird.
They were just a commune.
Okay. Yeah.
They're communalists. They weren't trying to break away from the country or people were free to come and go.
With that being said, there are some like NatSoc compounds that exist, and they do have communal all this, and they are definite white supremacists.
Now those are true communists.
Well, they're Nazis.
The Warren Jeffs, Colorado City, Arizona.
Well, not Nazis. Nazis. Well, understand, Nazis weren't socialists. Nazis were fascist.
Yeah,
and they were nationalists.
Like right on the line.
They were nationalists because people could own their own businesses, but it was controlled by the government, kind of like through regulation, through tax, all that kind of stuff.
And they also had a large amount of social programs.
And they had a huge, gargantuan military budget.
Yeah. But anyway, there are some NatSoc compounds that are actually out there. And it's not very cash money. But what was I going to say?
As long as they stay on their little compounds and inbreed, who gives a shit?
FLDS, Warren Jeffs, is that considered communist?
That's more of a communal. Religious communal.
Why are you asking about people who are
because they still have jobs, they still pay taxes, and they're still free to come and go.
Because they don't do commie stuff.
Actually, they really weren't free to come and go in Colorado City, but...
That's why he's in jail.
You said that they don't exist and that they're everybody that's doing it is just LARPing, but I said they're not, and then we made all these arguments and points that
they do exist.
Support that. So that's my whole point. Is that you're making an absolute, like you had said earlier.
Well, no, they live in the United States.
Yeah.
So they're.
But you said
they walk among us.
They live.
Yeah.
And all those the communal living and all that kind of stuff still depends upon a capitalist system that feeds it.
Yeah, I mean, the system is inherently flawed because commies aren't people. But
K. McCarthy.
No. That's a European phrase, believe it or not.
Yeah, I know.
It was a Polish dude.
All right, now that we got Nick back, let's make our picks for next week.
Serbia strong.
And I did the worst. And I did the worst last week. Is that?
Yeah, no, your picks were literally the worst. They were so bad, I hated looking at them.
Damn. All right, so the first one up is the Broncos at the Steelers, played at noon. This is for Chuck Licata. They're playing at Pittsburgh, and I'm going to go ahead and take the Steelers.
All right, so give me a second.
All right. Go ahead and get our names down. Yeah, mega hats made in China. Yeah, that's true. They are made in China. You think
only the bootleg ones. The real ones are actually made in the United States.
What?
Yeah. The ones Trump sells are actually made in the U.S.
You bring your mega hat next
will.
week.
I will.
Joe hat though, if he brings a makeup.
Go ahead.
I don't care. This is not an echo chamber. This is not an echo chamber in here. I mean, we pick on old boy over there because, you know, he's a sky marshal. He can take it. But that's how you exchange ideas. You don't have to be on the same side ideologically, but what you can't do is deal in absolutes. You can't say, well, if you're a Republican and you vote for Trump, you are a racist. You can't say that.
All right.
Yeah, you got to be like Tip O'Neill and Reagan. At 6 p.m., they went to go get drinks.
Everybody else not in here, please put your picks in the goddamn chat.
In the chat, if you want to be with the picks. First game up on the board is the Broncos at Steelers. That's being played noon. It'll be aired on CBS. Randy Fry, Pittsburgh.
Hold on. I didn't know Randy was on here. Okay.
Got Randy? And I picked Pittsburgh. So me and Randy picked.
Okay. Is anybody else on there replying?
Nope. Not
All right.
yet.
So, Randy. So, it was Broncos, Steelers. All right. So, you picked the Steelers.
Yep.
So, Pitts. Okay. I'll probably pick Pitts. Nikki, who do you pick? Pitts. Okay. Leland.
Steelers.
And what did Randy pick?
Everyone picked the Steelers.
Okay. Yeah, no, Alex, you're with my picks, so that way we get free barbecue. Team effort. All right. What was the next one?
Okay, next one up is the Detroit Lions at the Packers, and they have it wrong on here. They have the Lions. They have the Lions 1-0 and the Packers 0-1.
That's all right. So that's easy. Packers.
I picked the Lions. You know, I picked the Lions.
Well, you're not going to win. So
I always pick the Lions. What shirt am I wearing?
I know.
Good Lord.
Your picks are bad, and you should feel bad.
Packers.
What'd you say, Leland?
The Packers.
What
really?
kind of Packers?
Really? The Lions are going to beat the Packers?
I mean, I've seen Stranger Things. All right.
But see, that's the Lions. But see, that's the Lions. That's the Lions. They'll blow a 17-point lead against Chicago, and then they'll go to Lambeau Field and beat the Green Bay Packers. You never know what you're going to get.
Lambeau?
They're not consistently bad.
It's Lambeau. Randy? Who's Randy picking?
Randy, Green Bay.
Good job, Randy. You're smart. Like somebody else we know. All right, what's the next game?
The next game up is the Falcons at the Cowboys.
Ooh, bird team. Yeah, that one's easy.
I'm going to take the Falcons on that one, too.
I'll take the Cowboys.
That was a stupid choice.
Cowboys are like the Lions.
He said that to me last week, and he was right. So
I know my football.
Let me tell.
So, wait, who'd you pick again? Okay, what?
I got the Falcons.
Okay, so bird team?
Bird team.
Okay.
I always got the bird team.
Bird team. For me, Nikki, you said bird team. Leland, you said Cowboys. Like,
yes.
We'll come back. We'll come back to
miscreant.
Randy. I got the slow response on this thing. So.
Randy, okay. What's the next game?
Okay, the next game, the Patriots at the Seahawks.
Easy.
Seahawks.
Yeah, so another bird team.
And how many games is that? Is that 4?
Yeah, but we would do. I think we picked 5.
5. Yeah, we need one more game.
Seahawks. You're smart. Randy, don't know.
Randy, Cowboys.
Okay. And then, wait, Mike, who'd you pick?
I'm going to go with the Patriots on this one.
God, you are so fucking bad at this. You've had, I guess, 2 good picks. All right. For the next team, we should pick.
Hey,
who
I think the Saints are going to be in the NFC Championship.
Who do the Cardinals play?
The Cardinals play the Washington team.
No, the team formerly known as the Redskins.
Yeah. You want to pick that one?
Nah, that game's going to suck.
I don't know. Washington looked pretty good.
I don't give a shit.
Is that your team? No. Oh, no. What's your team? Oh, okay.
What about the Saints?
Saints and the Raiders play on Monday night.
Ooh,
that'd be
Saints.
a good game.
Yeah, that's a good game.
There you go. It's in Vegas, too. It's a Vegas opener.
All right.
So is that 5?
Yes, that is 5.
That is 5. All right.
So who do you pick?
I will go with the Raiders.
Raiders haven't been good since they had the best coach in football ever as their coach.
And he's the coach now.
Is he?
John Gruden.
Did they
No,
win
I
this
was
week
talking
or
about
no?
John Goddamn Madden.
John Goddamn Madden.
The best fucking coach to ever exist in sports ever.
Don't worry about the horse being blind. Just load the wagon.
Yeah, well, the thing about football is you got to move the football. That's a John Madden quote, and I'm like,
you know when
You gotta move it.
you know on offense, the whole goal on offense is to score.
Quarterback
You got to move the ball and
You got to
score.
receive the ball from the center.
After the other. You gotta tie the cleats.
yeah.
Then you gotta walk out on
And
it.
then
You
you
gotta
got to
walk
walk
out
out
on
on
the
the
field.
field.
Stand around for a little bit. Just distract.
And maybe do a little bit of stretching and get on after. Then after that, the job of the defense
Is
is to make sure the football doesn't move in their direction. You're like,
and the job of the
I think
kicker
everybody knows
is to
this.
kick the ball.
John Madden.
Now, if he had made that block, he would have gained a first down.
Yeah.
Discipline, fundamentals, and discipline.
That's right.
All
Just
If
just
you-
win, baby.
The key ingredients to a football
Is
game
with the ball.
are fundamentals and discipline, unless it's the Detroit Lions.
And don't
And then
forget,
it's fundamentals, discipline, and Matthew Stafford or whatever the hell his name is.
and don't forget to get this year's video game.
All right. So, Mike Allen, you picked the Raiders. I picked the Saints because I'm smart. Nikki, who do you pick? Saints. All right.
And Randy's got the Saints.
Go marching in.
Okay, I need Randy for.
We need Randy. We need the Seahawks, Patriots.
I mean, smart would be the Seahawks, but. All right, and Leland, who do you pick?
Go marching in.
Saints.
No, well, who says that?
The Saints. Go
If
marching
you
in.
would have said like who dat, that would have made sense.
The Saints go marching in. You never heard that song?
Yes, we've heard that song.
I don't think
King Davis.
Yes, he's heard
so
it.
cheesy that the only one with a dad beard in this whole entire room still doesn't like it.
What are you talking
Dad
about?
beard disappointed.
I didn't say I didn't like it.
All right, so those are our picks.
Those are.
Here are my estimates. Right, once we have.
You're gonna estimate who's gonna win?
Yep. So it'll probably be another 3-way tie between me and Randy and Okie, and everybody else will be wrong by at least 4. Actually, no.
Damn.
Not really, because a lot of us picked the Pittsburgh, and a lot of us picked the Saints. So, Mike, you will at least get 2 right. But
You got pretty much on the same page.
yeah, we got pretty close this time. But supporting Detroit's a bad idea.
It's my team.
Leland, you should not have
Hey,
picked the Cowboys.
let me ask you a question. When the Seahawks were horrible, did you still root for them?
Oh, I did.
Okay.
And I also really liked the Green Bay Packers because they were good.
Well, right now I got my eye on Tampa Bay. I'm a Tom Brady fan, so I want
Didn't
to.
Brady not do that well in week 1?
No,
The team
did not do that
team
well.
did not do that well.
It's gonna take
my
like 2
fantasy
years.
is paying for that.
Your picks.
Here's what's going to happen to Tampa Bay. The players on the Tampa Bay football team respect Tom Brady so much that they're going to come around to his way of thinking. He had pass receivers that were giving up on routes. He never had that happen in New England because in New England you knew to run the goddamn route because you could turn around, the ball could be there.
Yep.
So we had a cut. So the 2 interceptions that he had, his receiver stopped running. Now, I don't want to be in the film room today with Tom Brady and his receivers.
And whoever that coach is, too, because he's probably
Randy Pick Seattle. And the coach,
good job, Randy,
watching these guys miss blocks, not execute well, and basically the Patriot way was what? Do your fucking job. Just do your job. And they're not there yet.
I guess
but they have a lot of talent because I'm telling you, that first drive, when Brady had the first drive and they went down and scored, that was a team that was together. Because he picked them apart. He went 4 for 4, he went 86 yards, and then ran it in himself.
Well, this year's an interesting experiment where there is no preseason.
Now, what happened in New England is interesting because New England dominated just like they always have been, and I think Cam Newton's bought into the system.
but maybe he also didn't.
No,
And then
watching
I'm
him
hoping
play, he did.
Sucks. Because that would make me laugh so hard for all those dudes that are like, dude, I'm wicked glad that Pats, I'm going to be doing great this coming season. And then, like, I hope they play like shit. So every dude in Boston is butthurt eternally until NHL.
Oh, no, yeah. I think everybody's
That's
tired
what
of it.
Cam Newton's fantasy score was.
I think everybody everybody's tired of New England being on top, but you know they were dominating. They dominated that game. I'm sorry, Cam Newton. I mean, it's a program that Bill Belichick has put together, where when you come into that program, you do your job, and the way it's designed. If you do your job, the whole team's going to be successful, and that's what happened. And so I think New England's going to have success quicker than Tampa Bay, even though, and I'm changing that thought because I thought Tampa Bay was going to come out with all the guns firing, and after that first drive, I thought I was vindicated, but then they have the defense to do it. Now the offense just needs to get together. I think what happened was, the rest of the offense kind of was putting it too much on Tom's shoulder and not doing their jobs.
Basically. Also, we're going to do some quick math here. Today, Alex and I were discussing, during our lunch break, engine sizes. Leland, I need you to hand the mic over to him. So, we discovered that a 6.9 liter engine displaces how many inches, Alex?
421.
So
420.
So 420.
Yeah.
A 6.9 liter engine.
So
has a square inch displacement
of 420.
420.
So,
and we looked at the calculator and we said, nice.
So it is now our job.
That engine's smoking.
And our mission to make a 69 420. And we're going to put it in our car.
And it's going to be in like a 1970s Chevette with cheetah print.
Yeah.
Purple rims.
Or like a
white
town car.
tires.
Cheetah print with bright pink.
Yeah, but like that Sarah Lee kind of like reflective paint job.
Yeah, it'll be dirty.
Yeah, your black felt seats, you sweat your balls off while you're driving.
Hell yeah.
You'd be like, yeah, man, it's
my 69
6.9 liter.
It's my 420. It'll be dirty.
Burning rubbers all the time.
Yeah. Burning rubbers with the 420.
Great, you know, sometimes life imitates art.
Yeah.
Sometimes art.
On that note, we're going to take a break. When we come back, more discussion. Thanks for sticking around with us, and we'll be right back. I'm Mike Allen. This is the Radio Man Cave, and you are on the air.
That was so goddamn awesome.
Tell you a little bit about Dr. Joe Jorgensen's America.
In Joe's America, marijuana is now safe and legal.
The drug war is over, and all non-violent drug offenders have been pardoned.
Big corporations no longer receive bailouts and subsidies.
In Joe Jorgensen's America, the troops come home to be with their families.
Police are held accountable because qualified immunity is gone.
Our healthcare system finally sees real competition and falling prices.
You get to keep your paycheck.
America has cut up the proverbial credit card instead of leaving the bill for future generations.
You can buy affordable birth control over the counter. The crony system of occupational licensing is being torn down.
Cutting hair without a license is no longer a crime. You're finally free.
You're finally free. It's time for Joe Jorgensen's America.
It's time for real change.
For real people.
Just
say
Joe.
I'm Dr. Joe Jorgensen, and I approve this message.
You know, I don't know what it is about the libertarian commercials, but they got the best commercials. They're positive. They're uplifting.
They don't talk shit about other
They don't talk shit about the other candidates.
They do, but in like a humble way.
But in kind of a, you know what?
Not first, Joe Jorgensen. That was not humble.
Joe Biden walked out the front door the other day and kicked a kitten. Don't vote for Joe Biden.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys something awesome. I guess Ford is rolling out a 7.3 liter gas V8 this coming year. Yeah. Yeah, pushrod engines are fucking sweet because they last better than like whatever your thing has.
So we just got low gas prices and everybody's going crazy, huh?
Yeah, so
is that what we're doing?
3 truck engine, pushrod, 2 valves.
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, and pushrod engines don't break very easily.
The one benefit
They're
of COVID.
super low tech.
America's coming back.
I for one accept our new giant gas powered overlords because like, you know, fuel economy.
Trees in the overlord in the
Yeah.
in the ozone layer. Fuck you. I
Yeah.
got a V8.
Low displacement, tiny turbocharged engines are absolute trash in trucks. Like I've driven a Pico truck that was like a
they're always under stress and they break.
An EcoBoost. Thing's a piece of shit. But
They blow the
I
exhaust
don't know.
manifolds. Yeah.
A 5 liter like a Coyote, the thing was pretty solid, you know. But now they're like rolling out a 7.3 liter. Like I kind of want one.
Pushrod, so it's
not kind of. You're just waiting for your paycheck to come through so you get it.
Put in the Explorer. Swap out my 4 liter pushrod for a 7.3
that's
liter
actually,
pushrod.
sparkling water. Yes, actually, please, thank you.
Great, don't open that up. Can we get another one? That'll be fun.
You don't know how to tap it like I just did?
It'll be okay. It's water.
Yeah, dude. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You drown?
It ain't Topo Chico like it's a freaking nuclear bomb every
That's what
time
I'm
you
used
try.
to,
to open it.
Well, you have to be
Put it on the
careful.
counter, you picking it up and it explodes. It's like, what the hell is this?
Dihydrogen oxide is the leading cause of drowning.
Hey, you know what? We ought to start a campaign.
For sparkling water? What?
No, for dihydrogen monoxide.
Yeah. No, dihydrogen monoxide. It's the leading
tell you what.
cause of drowning, and it causes rust.
And
imagine what it does to your body. Coca-Cola doesn't do that. Science.
Leading cause of death of 7 to 11-year-olds by their mom.
No.
Dihydrogen monoxide. Sorry, was that too soon?
It went over my head for so long there, and I realized we're talking about fucking water.
What?
Was that a Casey Anthony joke?
That was a Casey Anthony joke. That was in poor taste.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But it's late, and we only got 4 people left hanging around.
Yeah, but this is being recorded and posted, so...
I don't care. At this point, any publicity is good publicity.
No.
I mean, I could probably shock one of the
That
people
doesn't
and get
work.
more publicity
That's
real
like
quick.
a rule for like demolition derbies and mud wrestling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jackass.
Yeah.
Jackass.
I mean,
Did you realize they're coming out with a number 4 now?
I mean,
God, they gotta be like 50 years old.
Yeah, they are.
I wonder what Casey Anthony looks like.
A couple of them died. The midget died too.
No, not that. There was a different. Real Wee Man is still alive. One of the other ones died.
The wrestler.
Yeah, who was
the
known-
guy from Time. What's it called?
Yeah.
Time Bandits.
Time Bandits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was in like a bunch of he was in a bunch of sci-fi movies. I think he
Yeah.
actually played the Leprechaun.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
Like legit.
So.
But yeah.
Right? You know
Do we know how he died?
From death.
From death.
The leading cause of death, birth.
I didn't ask you to be born, Mom.
It's 100% fatal.
Yes.
Birth.
I don't know. How did he die?
I brought you this world. I can
How
take
did he
you
die?
out. Millennials, I wish you would.
Yes.
We have a question. We have a question from one of our listeners, Big Jack Mehoff.
Nice.
Says, ask
Irish.
Uncle Fester. I think he's.
You.
I think talk this one.
That's Festival.
That's Uncle. That's Uncle Festival. What about Trump's nepotism? That doesn't turn you off?
Define nepotism.
Hey, I didn't ask the question. All right.
Okay, Mr. Jack me off. Define nepotism.
Trump's.
He's actually got a good point. Is it the family nepotism, or is it just that I've worked with you for a number of decades nepotism?
Pick one.
And his shitty tans.
Honestly, I wish I had
too.
nepotism. So there you go.
Like as if you jumped into a giant bag of Cheetos.
Well, there you go, Jack.
It's the kind of thing, if I know you're going to do the job effectively, have at it. So, honestly, and the fact is, if in politics, nepotism is always a thing.
I hate that. I hate that. I really truly do. That is like the biggest bullshit cop out.
Basically.
It's just like, well, that's how it always is, and that's just how they are sometimes. Like, no, fuck that.
Yeah, that's not
Like,
cool.
You're throwing people in prisons. You're ruining people's lives. You're taking people's money. It's not well, that's just how politicians are. We don't have to hold them to a higher standard
Yeah.
because it's not like their livelihood depends on our fucking loyalty. Let's just take it in the ass and fuck it off. Like, just fuck that, dude. Like,
Yeah,
that's
like,
such
eh.
a bullshit fucking... What?
Then nothing gets done.
Hold on now. You can't. No. See, that's.
That's just
another cop.
That's
Like,
another
it's not-
cop out for people.
Hold on. This is what gets us to the point we're at now, where we have to choose between the lesser of two evils, and anybody that wants to vote third party gets told that their vote goes to insert the opposition here.
Yes.
It's bullshit.
I get 3 votes for my 1 vote, and it sounds pretty awesome.
3 votes.
It's bullshit.
Well,
What
you know,
people
if you-
need to do is
if
vote.
You vote for Joe Jorgensen, you know Trump's not going to win. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, hopefully Joe wins. Hopefully enough people have had enough of the sad, sorry pieces of garbage that both political parties pushed to the front under the illusion that voters actually picked Joe Biden. Under the illusion that happened.
I have a real honest question, though, for viewers that watch this after the live. Like, I have a real honest question. So, wait, you were okay with backing Hillary back when Trump was running.
But that's the thing.
Now we got Joe for the same reasons, though. Same reason. On the basic principle, though, with Joe, that Joe's a woman, why aren't you even voting for Joe because she's a woman? Why are you going for Joe Biden instead of Jorgensen? You wanted the first.
That's a
female
good point.
You wanted the first female president in history.
In this high-pitched, barely intelligible voice.
In 2016.
The question was, for those who didn't understand, is if you were voting for Hillary because she was a woman and you wanted a woman to be elevated into that position of power and break the glass ceiling, why wouldn't you vote for Joe?
That's a good question. I mean, voting based off of like idea politics is kind of dangerous too, because I mean that's why the same arguments being made about we'll vote for Joe Biden because he will have Kamala Harris as the first
Vice president.
Woman of color vice president.
Back in 2008, it didn't. I mean, think about that.
And I have friends that voted for Obama just because he was
black.
Because he was black, and it's cool having a. It's cool that we made that milestone, right?
Yeah.
But he didn't.
And he wasn't the worst.
And
And
have like the same policies right now. I know this is a little sidetracked, but Joe Biden has had these campaign rallies where he's been pushing American industry.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like it's talking about how we're gonna we're going to penalize companies for manufacturing outside of the U.S. It's like, how is that any different than Trump's
literally what we do now?
Trump did that with import tax.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Yeah.
My thing is like,
and that's why a lot of businesses are moving back into the country. Ford or GM for the first time in decades is manufacturing in Michigan again.
So did Ford. Ford moved back.
And now Detroit. Detroit was actually smaller than Round Rock.
It was
population-wise,
contracting.
like 4 years
And
ago.
ironically enough,
And now it's
Chrysler,
my thing is,
and Chrysler was the only
yeah, but nobody could have.
manufacturer that actually had 2 plants in Detroit for the longest time.
it's Ford. Ford never moved their plants out of Michigan.
I mean, they made more.
Neither did Chrysler. Chrysler had the Jefferson North for the Grand Cherokee, and then they had the plant for the Viper. So
Yeah, they assembled them in Detroit, but all the parts came from Europe.
Anyway,
We're talking like from.
Do you here? Real quick question before I turn it over to you, Mike. Can you name the one vehicle that was manufactured 100% in the United States up until about 3 years ago when GM opened up back in Michigan again? For everything about the vehicle was made and manufactured in the United States, and it was assembled here in the United States. There's only one vehicle.
Ford F-150.
Nope.
The Corvette. It was.
Nope.
You said GM. It wasn't.
Nope.
It's gonna be something stupid, isn't it? Yep.
Is it the Humvee?
Nope.
All right.
It's a GM vehicle, correct?
I was gonna
Nope.
say, 'cause
It's a
those
Jeep.
things don't run.
Nope.
no,
It's not cheap. It's a Ford vehicle.
it's a Toyota Tundra.
Say it again.
The Toyota Tundra,
yes.
made in San
Antonio, Texas. Not only was every part of that truck manufactured here, it was assembled here. And it was the only vehicle
That's right.
that was 100% made and assembled in the United States of America.
That's why Toyota is the truck of Texas.
Goddamn right.
That's fucking alliteration.
And devices.
I
Because
was
those things can handle a 50 cal machine
the
gun.
Teslas had 100% of their parts made in the United States.
Well, Teslas are different now. Because, Teslas weren't around until like the last 8 or 9 years. Teslas, a lot of their parts aren't manufactured in the United States. They're built other places, come here and
not
assemble.
made in USA.
Yeah, where do you think they get their lithium ion from?
Australia
Strip
now.
mine from China, probably.
No, it's actually Australia.
Australia.
They were like,
It's-
you overthrew the
it's what-
Bolivian government, and they were like,
It's those
fuck
rare earth
Bolivia. That
metals
place
that they need
sucks.
to make the motors.
That's like a direct Elon Musk quote. Somebody came at him and he was like, we're the U.S. We can do whatever we want. Fuck Bolivia. Also, we get our shit from Australia. Once again, I'm Elon Musk. It was fucking
Yeah,
cool.
I'm Elon Musk. We're going to Mars.
Also, he's making like neural interfaces like a possibility. And like I really
he did show off that they actually
the neural
implanted
links
a chip in a
and
in a
I'm
pig's
like
brain.
so goddamn stoked about that because I'm like, I fucking want it.
You want a chip in your brain?
You
Yeah.
won't get tattoos.
Yes. No
you
tattoos.
Won't get tattoos. But you'll go get a Neuralink.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
That sounds fucking awesome.
I am not putting anything like that in my body.
Yeah, because then also somebody has to.
Man, I don't know. I would be really tempted to do it too, to be honest with you.
Yeah, like a Neuralink with like fingertip implants and then like digital readouts of like everything.
As
Sounds
long as I can do like
fucking
that cool,
awesome.
like Minority Report bullshit.
Dude, Ghost in the Shell.
Ghost in the Shell.
Ghost in the goddamn shell.
Okay, Manchurian Candidate.
Well, I mean, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, until the government hacks into your neural chip and
brain.
has
Yeah.
you go assassinate the Bolivian government.
Okay, but here's the thing. Yeah, what are they gonna
The whole Bolivian
What are they
government.
gonna do? Like send me to assassinate the prime rib of Malaysia, like on fucking Zoolander? No. If anything, I'm gonna.
That would be insane.
That'd be dope. But like,
Man, this Jefferson Airplane song sounds kind of funny. I don't know.
But he does have a skill. He does have a skill, kind of like Zoolander, Mike.
Mike,
but
what's that?
Let me see your sober face.
it's so.
It's hard to do when you're actually sober.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has to be like looking around the room and trying to distinguish shapes and matter either from air.
Yeah, at that point in time, sober face, what happens, like...
Oh my God, that was the funniest
stuff
thing I ever
gets
saw in my
blurry,
life.
so I have to look at, like, light that comes from different, like, wavelengths.
What were
so,
we
like, how it
doing?
reflects.
We were on the back porch.
It's like
and
soul of a barn owl guiding me through
he
this.
was, we were on the back porch, and Mike was gone. I mean, the guy was soaked and barely intelligible, couldn't do anything. And I don't know if it was Alex or Dan.
I think it was
you.
Aaron. It was
Aaron.
It was Aaron.
Slaps the table, goes, Mike, sober face. And he went,
like, my eyes got all big.
It was, we have pictures.
When he's
It was somebody's
when he's in
screenshot
that-
for a
when
while.
he's in that final form, his gyroscopics and his vision are like the only two things.
The only two things that are left.
Yeah, like
he's like one of those. Like he's compared to like a slinky.
Yeah.
I would say maybe the weapon systems that are in the German tanks that keep him from spilling beer. So this is why he wants this Neuralink.
Yeah.
Because he's due for an update. Like
There you go.
Yeah. Like,
I can see that.
yeah, like we're like on the block 3.
Get a
or-
gyroscope up there to keep him steady.
Yeah, we're like on the block 3 and block 4 kind
He
of
was
upgrades
like
at this point in
blacked out
time.
drunk when they were getting mugged, and he went into defense mode. Like, it's,
Yeah, I kept my
the
wallet.
man's a machine when he's at that.
Oh, that's a funny story.
Yeah.
At least I still have my wallet.
So him and Patrick are down where you're behind the ranch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's behind the ranch, and this guy comes up and pulls a gun out, points it at him, and says, "Give me your wallet." Patty can't get his wallet out fast enough and hands it to the guy. And then the guy looks at Mike and says, "Now yours." And Mike says, "I'm not giving you my wallet." And the guy didn't know what to do. He's like, "What do you mean?"
Yeah.
And he tried to start chasing him.
Yeah, I tried to
And,
start
and you
chasing
know, that makes me think that gun wasn't even real.
It looked real enough, but like the girl that was with us was freaking out because she lost her shit. But she's like, "Well, I'm like super deep in student debt, so like, what is he gonna do? Take money that I don't fucking have?" She's like, "I lost like a $10 purse. I'm just mad about I lost my ID."
I was like, wait, so Patrick, the gun wasn't on you, and Davis was holding his attention long enough to where you just stood there and watched the whole thing go down? He's like, what do you want to get shot? I don't know what to do. And Davis just puts his life or other people's lives in danger all the time.
And I was like,
blah, blah, blah. Just
okay.
like freaking out. And I was like, I think you're in shock. Next time someone's not pointing a gun at you, you karate chop them in the fucking nose.
Yeah,
Yes.
because like I had enough time to pull out my Gerber tool, and I was like, no. And I was like, somebody's gonna catch an ice pick tonight. Because like that would be like fucked up. Like, let's say if I did manage to make contact with him, like explain to like a police officer, be like, "Sorry, dude, this guy came at me and I plugged him in the cranium with an ice pick on a pair of pliers."
Yeah, I brought an ice pick. I brought an ice pick to a gunfight and I won.
Yeah. I think they would literally, if that happened and like they came, they would have
dude.
to make me the Highlander of goddamn 6th Street.
Dude, cops would be high-fiving you, man. Be like, "Really, you did that?"
I would require a parade because of how drunk I was. Like,
Yeah, Marin had to fill out the report form.
yeah, I
He
was.
just like shooting this shit with the cop. Just,
Yeah.
Hey, get a mic. Get a mic.
Yeah, I was.
On and on and on.
I was so drunk that like I couldn't write, but like I can give very accurate descriptions because they eventually got the guy.
Yeah.
Like a month later, and they were like, "Oh yeah, no, that's the exact handgun, the exact color. Dude had those clothes on," and I was like, "I fucking knew it." But unfortunately, I was like, "Yeah." And then I was like, I can't write. So I had this girl who was with us actually write the police report down because I couldn't do it. And the cop was like, dude.
Oh, that's
So
funny.
as soon as that gun crossed into Davis's face, he went into sober face mode, and he was able to like distinguish.
It was like
matter from air. And
Yeah. Like numbers and shit were coming at me, and I was like, neurons were firing. My eyes opened up like an owl. You know,
He
staring
probably
down
scared
at a
the shit out of
mouse.
the guy.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Your
Anytime,
eyes
okay.
probably just went completely.
Yeah.
You chased him, right?
Yeah, I chased him, and I got like a good maybe like 15 foot before I tripped over like one of my untied shoes.
Yeah, he chased after. Dude,
Yeah.
and then ate shit. Like his shirt was just covered in dirt and gravel still. When
Yeah,
I
like my elbow
I
was
walked up
bleeding.
Afterwards, I
And
was like,
then-
"Hey, what happened?" Because like Patty was talking to the cop, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we just got mugged." I was like, "What?"
And I was like, correction. they just got mugged. Because I'm sitting here the whole time hammered like, la, 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 I have my wallet.
Dude, Patrick was going on.
He was
so mad. It's just like, when Patrick
when he gets really gets angry, yeah.
Yeah, he was just, and
he was so pissed.
Blind rage at everybody and starts like talking shit for no reason. That's what he was like, started talking shit to me, and I was like, dude, what the fuck did I do?
You just got mugged. What are you talking shit to me for?
And he was like, well, I had my entire tip out in there. And I was like, dude, everybody knows you put your tip out in your pocket. Like, you don't.
Yeah, you don't put it in your wallet.
What's wrong with you?
What kind of rookie are you anyway?
Yeah. It's a 6th Street, buddy.
Good conversation. Good picks.
You going to be up for answering those questions next Monday? Because I'm going to have a list. You really fucked up saying that's the only thing you disagree with them on.
We might, we might have to bring alcohol for you,
except for me,
and except for him because he's in alcohol-free zone.
No, just not.
No, it's called we're fat and we're losing weight. Oh yeah, the mystery drink. We got to bring that back. When you're done with your purge, we got to bring that back.
He's on the wagon, dude. I'm on the wagon in solidarity.
Yeah, I might not drink until
Well, I'm
New
on the
Year's.
wagon because I'm losing weight.
There you go. That's where we're at. We're all on the wagon.
Still have to have the mystery drink though.
I mean, I guess. Let me put shitty flavored malt liquor in my mouth.
I mean, what if we just don't get stuff that's booze? Like we could just have like fucked up mystery
Hey, we could
drinks
do it.
We don't talk shit about Tab. It's fucking delicious.
Hey,
not like prune
we
juice.
could do that. Like some yeah. It doesn't have to be alcoholic. It could be like an energy drink that
Pre-mixed
something.
Metamucil.
Yeah, everybody get the Metamucil.
Metamucil. Diarrhea.
Brock says bring alcohol. I can't bring alcohol to that meeting, Brock. We would never get through that meeting. A writer's meeting. Oh yeah, real quick. On the webpage, there's a page called Mad Circus. Mad Circus is a new comedy sketch troupe that is basically formed, and we're getting content together. The content will be premiered on this show, and there'll be a link on my webpage to get to that content. And we're always looking for actors and contributors, so if you guys want to be a part of that, let us know, and we'll put you on the list, and we'll use you. Anyway, great show tonight. Thank you for stopping by. We'll be back next week, same time, same place. And now everybody's muted. This guy. All right, man. Thanks for stopping by. I'm Mike Allen. This is the Radio Man Cave. And you've been on the air.
Great job, team. Head back to base for debriefing and cocktail.